Hi, my name is Emily Seibel. I'm the Executive Director of Yellow Springs Home Inc. We are a small community land trust in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and our mission is to strengthen community and diversity in Yellow Springs and Miami Township by providing permanently affordable and sustainable housing through our community land trust model. We were founded in 1998. We came from a village council task force that was looking at the rising cost of housing. And they were concerned that we would start to lose the diversity that was so characteristic of our village. Our first home was built in 2001, and now we have 17 units, and we've provided for approximately $3 million of development. We have several projects in the works to further our mission as well. We are very excited to talk with you today about this exciting project that means so much to our mission and our community. We were also hoping to create a documentary that talks a little bit about how we were able to achieve the energy rating that we were able to achieve, and to be able to show some of the features in the home so that we can replicate the model. Home ownership is really a game changer. It allows families to take control of their financial future. It's also a family's most significant asset typically, particularly if you're a low-income family. And it's something that you can pass on to your children. It's more than that too, though. It's creating a stable and safe quality environment for your children to grow up and to dream in. The community land trust model we chose for this environment because we thought that it was a really responsible way to create neighborhood-based housing. It's place-based housing to create inclusionary neighborhoods over generations. It works by fundraising to lower the initial sales price to a level that's affordable for a low-income family. And we do that through a one-time subsidy. It then limits the rate at which the price can rise over time, recapturing scarce public subsidy, but it also prevents windfalls to any one particular family. We are so pleased to build our first fully wheelchair accessible home for the Campbell family. And the Campbell family is absolutely wonderful. They could not be more suited for our program. They actually have 3 different generations living right here in Yellow Springs, and they want their children to continue being a part of our community. They were on our waiting list for 6 years when we found the resources to build our first fully accessible home. The children of the family are Raven, who loves soccer and percussion like his father, Tristan, who plays for the Yellow Springs Summer Baseball League and who wants to play football in the Yellow Springs High School. We also have Owen, who's the newest member of the family, and Mia, age 4, who loves Perry T-ball, and she also was in the Friends Care Center preschool program. I think now she's getting ready to enter her first year of kindergarten. Mia also happens to have spina bifida, and she is in a wheelchair and on oxygen continuously. She's also had over 12 surgeries already at the age of 5. This family of first-time homebuyers had been living in an inaccessible 2-bedroom apartment. This fully wheelchair accessible home will allow Mia, who is now only 5, to fully grow into her potential and her independence. I think it will also give the boys their own bedrooms, which is very important for teenage boys. Mia's mother, Carrie, works for individuals with developmental disabilities through the county, but she started her career working at a local nonprofit in 1995. Aaron, who is the dad of the family, works at Peaches, which is a locally owned business, and he also plays in a local band. We are sincerely excited to have built a home for this family. They are so wonderful, and it was their perseverance that really made this possible. Homebuyers are the biggest source of funding for any of our projects, and they partnered with us to do a lot of the construction, and they were fully involved in every phase of the project. So it was really wonderful being able to build our first fully wheelchair accessible home for such a great family.
When we got married 7 years ago, we signed up. We got on the waiting list because we had, the 2 boys, and we knew we'd have at least one more child. Mia wasn't here yet, but So we got on the waiting list, and
Actually kind of forgot about it.
yeah,
And then we got, you got a phone call.
I got a message from Emily about a year and a half ago, and she said, you're still on the list, and you're at the top of the list, and we're doing this project. And Mia was here at that point, and so we jumped at the opportunity, because an accessible home for her is not an easy thing to come by. So we were very thrilled to have that opportunity.
My last job, I worked for the Navy. How are you doing? My last job, I had to redefine my job. And I used to a lot more satisfying.
Hello, I'm Tristan.
And I'm Raven.
And what is happening here is the groundbreaking ceremony for our new house that's going to be built here. There is actually two houses that are going to be built here, and there's going to be one over there and one over here. I'm not pretty sure how it's going to be.
You're here.
Yeah, it's going to be around this area. So that it's going to be like handicap accessible. So
It's
like
only going to be one floor.
Yeah,
it's going to be
one story.
tile.
And our little sister Mia, we're pretty much doing this for her because she's in a wheelchair and she has spina bifida. So she has a certain spina bifida that paralyzes her from the waist down.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere that I may go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere that I may go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere that I may go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Here at Yellow Springs Home Inc., we have an organizational commitment to sustainability. And that really makes sense for community land trusts because we're looking at the sustainability of affordability for our families over time. One of the ways that sustainability is translated practically is through environmental sustainability. One way that we look at environmental sustainability is through reduced utility costs and energy consumption. Energy efficiency is a primary focus of our organization, and it's particularly important for affordable housing because utility costs represent a disproportionate percentage of low-income families' expenses. And utility costs are only projected to rise over time. So if you're building something looking at the next 99 years or longer, you also have to be looking at utility costs. It's also the right thing to do. So with the West Davis Street project, we are just delighted that we were able to get some particular funds through the Ohio Community Development Finance Fund to work with a LEED certified architect, Mira Parthasarathi of Spatial Synergy Studios, LLC. So what we were able to do was look at the passive house model, which is a German design that is so energy efficient it doesn't even need a furnace. We knew that we weren't going to be able to achieve that standard, and so what we did was hold it up and look at some of the features that model promotes. The basic design of the passive house is a tight exterior seal. When you do that, you're creating an envelope that helps lower utility costs because you're just not using as much energy. So we looked at that design and then we thought about practical trade-offs. I think in the affordable housing industry, just like any business, you're always looking at trade-offs with quality and initial cost. So we were able to push the envelope by creating a tight exterior seal. Some of the specific ways that we were able to achieve that is through 1-inch exterior foam wraps around the outside of the house. We were also able to include 2x6 smart framing to reduce the thermal bridging, which is different from traditional 2x4 framing. We also put in 2 inches of foam under the slab, and we were able to include fully insulated HVAC systems, which is difficult in a ranch-style home that doesn't have space between the floors.